Welcome to Just the Job, the show that gives you a behind-the-scenes insight into a huge range of exciting career opportunities. This week, we've got a special program looking at great training and career opportunities in the fashion industry.
Hi, I'm Ava. I'm Year 12 at St Mary's College and I'm interested in a career in fashion with New Zealand Fashion Tech.
We are all surrounded by fashion, the creativity that surrounds the way we dress as an individual, culture or country is what makes us unique. Ava is going to learn about a career in the fashion industry with New Zealand's leading educator in fashion and sewn products, New Zealand Fashion Tech. She's going to visit campuses in Wellington and Auckland and then get a taste of work experience with two leading fashion brands.
It's a creative industry, but you've got to be really practical as well. It's a good balance. It's always changing, it's always interesting. There's nothing ever the same. It's a vital industry, and it actually, for all the look of it that it's a glamorous industry, it's pretty cutthroat and it's a busy industry.
Ava has headed first to the New Zealand Fashion Tech campus in Wellington. Tutor Verena Tilson-Scoble is on hand to show her around.
I'm Verena, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let's get started.
All right.
Both Auckland and Wellington offer 3 programs. There's garment technology, pattern design, and then an advanced diploma.
So what happens in this room here?
This is our garment technology class, and this is our first class that the students come to, and they learn how to sew on the industrial machinery, and so they learn to sew accurately and to time.
And roughly how long does it take to pick up or get the knack of the industrial sewing machine?
Everybody's different. It depends on the person.
All instruction is geared to what the fashion industry requires. A thorough knowledge of garment construction and good basic sewing skills that can be confidently undertaken at speed. Here in Wellington, Miriam Gibson is the garment technology course tutor.
Keep it controlled for the straight part, don't lose the plot on the straight part. Hand in close for the back tack.
First, there's a rundown on personal safety.
So the first thing is you just want to tuck your necklace in because we need to just get rid of anything dangly.
Long hair is a big no-no, and accurate operation of machine pedals is important, so flat shoes are a must too. First, Ava's introduced to an industrial sewing machine.
So what happens is we run out of bobbin thread, and as you can see my bobbin's empty, so I need to change that. So we've already wound our spare bobbin over here. On the course, it's very hands-on. Most people that come to us come because they love to make things, they're very tactile, they love to do things. So we keep the sort of class lessons, as we call them, to a minimum. Mostly it's all about learning by doing. It's more of a workroom environment.
Well, no problems for Ava here.
Awesome. You did really well.
Thank you.
Some of the things that the students do in the first part of the class when we're still getting to know each other is they'll do a weaving project where they weave a basket, and they do a knitting project where they can knit this little teddy. So a lot of them haven't done this before, and while they sort of think it's fun and it's social and it's creative, what the students are actually learning is how woven fabrics and knitted fabrics are constructed.
Industrial machines run about 5 times faster than domestic machines, so there's quite a learning curve here.
That's great. Now just a little jiggle, 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 just to get you started. It doesn't matter if you stop a little bit. You don't want to start off with a surge. That's really good. That's good. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then we bring this hand down to here as you move. So it's spider walking. It's like, you know those little robots you get and their feet go like that? It's like that, okay? That's what you're going to be like, but it's going to come towards you.
Righty, all right.
Okay. Speed is very important. So we have to constantly be trying to strike that balance between quality and time.
There's also an introduction to the Spec Sheet, the all-important document which records the information about the garment. Measurements, quantities, work minutes required, costs, all relevant facts required to produce a garment commercially.
So what's happening is all the students are working through their production workbook, which has all the exercises in it that you need to cover in CGT. They're all at different stages. So you can see over here we've got Saskia is working on her little mini t-shirts, and she's going to be doing 40 of those. And we do 40 so that you can have a lot of practice and get the repetition so you really learn the exercise well.
We teach our students communication, they work in teams, they learn to develop their own learning styles, recognise their own learning styles and develop other learning styles. We teach them how to present ideas clearly and concisely across to other people, as well as the technical skills, so they're sort of learning all aspects of their development. And the most successful students comes from the fact that we have an absolute maximum of 17 students for each tutor in a class.
All right.
Okay, so once you've learned all the basic operations, we put them together into garment construction. So once you've finished your overlocking, you're going to make a t-shirt like this. You learn how to put the rib on and finish that off. You're going to make a shirt. So each garment shows you how we can use different techniques.
So this is the pattern design area, which is our second course, and the students learn how to draft patterns from the start. So they also grade everything they make as well as Spec Sheet, and they get to sew everything they make as well.
Dula Matheos is tutor for the Pattern Design Certificate course.
So the first job you're going to do is to make a cover for your set square.
And Ava's going to use a pattern that she's drawn up to do that. The shape is accurately measured out and then drawn. Then this first draft is transferred to the much stronger pattern card using pinpricks as markers, and the pattern sheet can then be drawn and cut.
The second program certificate of pattern design is teaching all of the skills involved in making patterns for men's, women's and children's patterning, because each of those have different rules. And then all of the design adaptations that are possible, so making a straight skirt into a flared one or a flounced one or gauze or pleats or whatever.
Okay, so now we're going to chalk around and cut it out. But you're not going to be using scissors today, we're going to use this thing here.
All right.
Cutters like this are fast and powerful. They have to be used with steel mesh gloves.
Very nice. Well done.
It's quite fun.
The exciting thing about the fashion industry is that there's 97 different jobs that we've actually managed to sort of itemise at the moment. It's such a diverse industry because throughout all the glamour and the shoots and the styling and all of that sort of presentation, backed up with that is the fact that the deadline is next Friday, and if this range isn't prepared in time and got to the customer by next Friday, they're going to cancel that order.
How's it been going?
Really good. Been really interesting. I've learnt so much.
We've got more to show you up in our Auckland campus.
Cool.